Crebensis. Just regular old ordinary Crebensis. Nice West African dwarf. Colors up quite a bit, especially when they're in spawning condition. Relatively peaceful. I wouldn't put a pair of them in anything under about a 30-gallon tank though. Maybe a 29, that's about as small as I would go. Just give them a little cave or something to spawn in. They like to spawn in caves rather than on the open substrate. Red-tailed Gadiads. Nice light on this. Get them showing color better. There we go. See the color a little better on them. They can be a little bit nippy. You want to be careful about what you put them in with. But if you're looking for an oddball live bearer, this is a good one. Captadan Kate. West African riverine cichlid. Not one that's common in the hobby, but one that's really neat. Usually gets about 4 inches long or so. Not difficult to breed, not difficult to maintain. Just an awesome fish. And one odd Aurelius barb that happened to be in the bag with those guys when he brought them in. Really nice locally bred angels. Most of these are pearl scales. Neolamprologus ornatopinus. Not one you see all that often. Beautiful little Tanganyikan. Look at the fins on the females on these. These are red dragons. The guy who brought these in, I sold him the original ones when I was at Natural Pet. He's definitely improved the strain. The females, I think, are better than the males, and the males are nice. But look at the fins on those females. All right, this is a tank of Honduran red points and Therichthys maculopinus that were bred by actually one of our employees. I think the Honduran red points are probably the nicest of the convict types that are common in the hobby. Might give a slight nod to Nanoleteus over them in general, but that's a much harder one to find and get in the retail trade. And maculopinus is the old Therichthys elliotti. Really a good looking firemouth type when it gets some size to it. And that one will get about 6 inches long. The Honduran red points between 4 and 5 inches. And then in this tank, some cutter eye. Actually, the light's out in this tank. We had one of our lighting ballasts went out this week, so harder to see them, but really nice group of fish. All right, got some crystal shrimp in this week from one of our local guys. Got reds, got blacks, got different patterns and grades. And you can see this is the tank the Project Piaba cardinal tetras went into as well. Pretty nice shrimp. These are Andinoacara latifrons. Not pulcher. This is not the gluacara. This is a different fish. Not one you see as commonly, but a nicer fish. It's in that section where the lights aren't working. Don't get reflections. New Jersey raised red devils. In here with the green terrors that we had. Odessa barbs raised by actually one of our employees. See, the males are actually starting to color up just a little bit. These are still young. I think these came in from summer tub. And let's just work our way right up here. We also brought in some long-fin zebra danios. This is the other batch of Coptodon Cati. The Cati, we had 2 people to bring them in this week. These are in a little bit rougher shape. They kind of beat each other up on the way. But they're also a little older, a little more colored. Or at least showing a little bit better color. Still not showing color all the way up, but you can get an idea. Pelmatochromis budicophori. In one of those tanks in the section where the lighting went out this week. Doesn't look on the screen like the colors are really coming up and showing very well. Really attractive fish. It's Pelmatochromis, the genus that Crebensis used to be in. Yeah, you can kind of see the horizontal striping with the iridescent markings. It's really a pretty fish. Not a real common one in the hobby. Again, Pelmatochromis budicophori. West African riverine cichlid, maybe hits 4 inches in length. Nice, nice fish. This is a mix of OB and regal peacocks. These are all locally bred. You know, they're locally bred, so they're not hormoned. Means they're going to color up on their own, but females are actually going to be fertile. I see some males just starting to color up. A little bit of color in the face on some of the regals. A little color in the face on some of the OBs. Oh, and here we go. Some of you will hate this. But, hey, sticking this on at the end. These obviously are not hobbyist bred. These are ones that came in, but these are glow tiger barbs, which I resist on a regular basis, but I gave in this week since they're actually up to 4 colors. But these do need a heater, which the regular glowfish do not. The tetras and the danios. Purple is the new one. They got nice color too, the purples do. And you can see greens in there. And there's some oranges. And the reds are a little smaller this week, but man, those reds have really the best color of all of them. You know, genetically modified. Love it or hate it, it just is what it is. You know, it's with us forever now. But they do get a lot of people into the hobby. You know, this definitely attracts kids. It's amazing how many adults are attracted to the glowfish and get into the hobby just to have these. So anything that gets people started in our hobby, to me, is a good thing. All right, and that's everybody for the week. You guys all have a great week, and we'll talk to you next week when we get more fish in.